Hello.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
I seen that you were working on a locomotive or something.
Working on a locomotive shed.
Oh, is that what it is?
If I can get it, find out if I can get it on here or not.
Oh, I see it.
I'm just painting the roof right now. Here, see if I can. Oh,
You're working on a locomotive or something.
I'm working on a locomotive shed.
Well, we're getting feedback here.
There we go. Get somewhat in. I'm just painting the roof right now.
Right on.
And I went cheap with the roof. I just cut masking tape in scale 3-foot wide pieces and overlapped it on it.
Oh, okay. Looks realistic.
So I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm just on a hangout out there with James and them. Actually, I'm going to close that one out.
Can you invite him over here?
Might be able to. I'm not sure if I can or not.
Who is it?
Good, I'm on my. I'm going to close it out and go on it on the computer.
Is it Dave?
Okay, there. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. That's much better. You're working on your dock tonight, are you?
Yeah. Gonna try to get the dock section in. I have a little bit of a secret project going on, so I did that during the week.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm saving this dock work for the weekend, but starting to chomp at the bit.
Oh, I only have a little spot on my layout that's going to have water in it, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I've got a train bridge going across it.
Okay.
and I've got a spur line that almost goes to the edge of it, but it's quite an embankment down over. I don't know whether I'm going to carve it out and put a road down and have like a little fish shack in the bottom, or put a little boat in.
Yeah. Huh.
But I
Well,
don't
this
want
is
to put.
this is what I'm using for the water, Mod Podge.
Okay, I've heard of that.
It's just like a super clear. Uh, they use it for paintings to get uh, texture onto the painting and stuff like that. So it works really well for water.
Okay. Uh, I haven't even thought about how I'm going to do the water yet. And when I made my little dish, when I dished it out for the harbor, I made it a little too deep.
Okay.
But I said I wasn't going to go back and frig with it. I'm going to go with what I've got.
Yeah.
The,
Well, even if it is too deep, you could just put paste down a piece of cardboard or something and bring it up and just paint it blue or whatever your color is. If it's a swampy, browny green or whatever.
yeah, I could do that. I never thought of doing something like that.
Yeah, you don't need to fill it in with the fluid. I know that's what I would have done in the beginning. I would have filled it up with something that would have taken half a year to dry clear.
Yeah. Like,
And that's how long it would take.
yeah. Yeah, because mine, it's almost 4 inches deep. So it'd take quite a bit to fill it up. And
Yeah, that would probably be about 3 or 4 pours to make it. Because you can only do a little bit at a time for it to dry in a suitable period of time, number one. And number two, it always dries uneven, like it sinks in the middle.
yeah.
So the flatter you can get that top surface, the better. You just paint it the color that you want and put the whatever you're going to use. I've used Weld Bond before for my water.
Okay. I don't know what this. I got some stuff that was given to me. It's like plastic pellets. You got to melt it, and I have never used it, but
Is it from Woodland Scenics?
I think so.
There was a version of that was a total fail. The stuff, you buy it, you put it down, and 2 years later it would start. I think it would start putting bubbles in it from making gases.
Oh yeah. Oh, that I wouldn't want.
I think that was a story I heard from Dave Ferrari.
Okay.
On the, pretty sure it was probably the Scotty Mason podcast.
Oh. I'm not used to doing this fine painting. I probably got too big a brush for doing really fine stuff here, and I had too small a brush to do the big stuff.
Yeah. I'm too stubborn to go get a nice brush. My brushes usually end up being way too big.
Well, I went real cheap, and I went to Dollarama and got brushes. They're good wooden handled brushes, but it's still cheap brushes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the fibers haven't started falling out of them yet.
Oh yeah?
Well, these cheap dollar store brushes,
Yeah, they're throwaway brushes, eh?
yeah. Ones you don't mind paying $1 to get 4 or 5 of them. I usually get 4 or 5 uses out of them before I throw them away.
Yeah, same with me.
And
Once I start getting, well, I sometimes use them 10 or so times. It's when you get pissed or you get mad at it that you
yeah,
throw it. I'm finished
yeah.
with you, brush.
And my acrylic paints, I buy them all at the dollar store.
Same with me.
Yeah,
Well, unless it's like a color that I use a lot of,
yeah. But they,
like concrete. I got a small quart of that made up for $15 at Lowe's.
oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
No, I got a paint for my sky for my layout last Saturday. I paid, I think it was 16.88 for the gallon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they mixed the color for me, and
Yeah, and they can match that exactly too.
yeah, so I'm hoping it turns out good. This weekend I'm planning to put some sky on.
Right on.
Yeah, the Railway Museum where I volunteer, one of our volunteers made a wharf for our Lunenburg waterfront, over 4,000 pieces on the railway wharf,
Oh my goodness.
all out of wood in S scale, 164th? Yeah, 164th scale.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. S is a real nice scale. It's super realistic looking, eh?
Yeah, well, that's what we have for a train layout in the museum. Really nice.
So that means a lot of the structures are scratch built.
Every structure is scratch built.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot available in the S scale category.
And the buildings in our area, the just the way they were built is so much different than any other area.
Oh, okay.
Like one station had a round turret on the side of it that went up 3 stories,
Yeah.
and then 2 angles of roof with that. So it's just different styling from any other area. But it was built in 1889 too, so that scene's looking pretty good.
It's getting there. Didn't look too good the other day when I brought it out of storage.
Storage usually does a job doing. Well, I'm coming out half an hour. Is that go fast enough? Just 20 seconds. Yes. I'm going to smoke. I'll be right back, Ron. Just gotta run up for a second. The panties are falling off. Now people have gone. I got my mic on. You're getting into some painting now.
Yeah. Yeah, just painted in flat black and then putting some concrete color over top of them.
Okay.
I use the concrete color for pretty much everything. It's a nice neutral color.
Okay, that's one color I don't have is concrete.
Yeah, I bought an aged concrete and I painted a great big circle onto a piece of cardboard and took it into Lowe's.
Okay. Yeah, my paint's starting to dry and I'm starting to see the holidays.
What's that?
My paint's starting to dry and I'm seeing spots where I missed. But I think it's going to look all right. I took just the black I had and mixed a couple drops of white in with it.
Yeah. That's the color they call grimy black is pretty much a dark gray. So I'd say if you added a little bit white to your black, you pretty much have grimy black.
Okay, yeah.
After a while, you get to, or at least for me, I know what color's what, even if I mix it. I go, oh, that's grimy black. My version of.
Yeah. No, with this engine house I've been working on, I had a roundhouse and I took the sides from the roundhouse and then built the rest up from styrene and made a square engine house out of it.
Oh, you took the two walls from a kit?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all you need, eh?
Yeah, I didn't have room for a turntable and a roundhouse on my layout, and I bought the roundhouse. I think I paid $5 for the roundhouse.
Huh.
It was already put together, so I just took it apart and used the two walls from it.
Good deal.
And I buy my styrene by the sheet, 4 by a 2x4 sheet, 2 foot by 4 foot for $30.
Oh, do you get that at the hobby shop?
No, I get that from my railway museum actually.
Oh, okay.
They buy it by the 4x8 sheet.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the great thing about a club. You get to share costs on those big purchases.
Yeah, and I've been given a lot of stuff too in the HO scale. So I got two last week. I got two tractor trailers for on my layout from there. So
Yeah.
and now cars that I can't use on my layout, I take in there and they sell them for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be a member of a club when I lived in Windsor. I find that clubs though they some clubs, I'm not saying all clubs, but I'm saying some clubs, when you're a new modeler they like you. But when you're a good modeler they
Yeah,
it becomes a competition.
yeah. Now in our railway museum, most of us that are there are volunteers,
Yeah.
and it's like we help each other out. But most of us have our own layouts at home.
Yeah.
There's one fellow that's doing all the water towers for the layout, and I think there's 6 of them all together. So he's doing them, well, bit by bit, doing each part of every one, and then he goes,
That's a good way to do it because he gets to be the expert and they all get to look similar in design.
yeah. We had one fella do one, and he took it home to do it, and when it came back, well, the water towers here were the octagonal ones with the water tank inside because wintertime, water
Yeah.
freezes, so they had to have it. And those ones were kind of narrower in the center than they were on the top and bottom, so we couldn't use it.
Yeah.
So now everything gets made right on site. So when people are coming in and looking at the museum, they're actually seeing the stuff being built as well.
Yeah. 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 Now I just support clubs. I don't want to be a part of any club anymore because after you have a bad taste in your mouth from being
Yeah,
in the in crowd and the out crowd.
that's why the curator and owner of the museums is it's not a club, it's a bunch of guys getting together.
Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the stipulation that a lot of these groups uh, get together because they don't want to have any of the problems that a lot of us have experienced.
They don't want the politics getting involved. Oh, you can't do that
Politics,
because
holy smokes, yeah,
and that's like right now. I've started going ahead with a job at the museum of building an outside railway,
yeah,
and I guess it's an hour and a half. Windsor, Nova Scotia, they have one the same scale up there. It's
yeah.
the ride-on trains, and the curator thinks they may give us the hassle about building one down here.
Oh, okay.
But they're only open select weekends of the summer, where we're open all the time.
Yeah,
Because they'll lose people going there. I just finished doing up drawings of the the bottom framing of a rail car. It's going to be for a 40-foot rail car, and it's 1.5 inches to the foot scale. So this rail car is going to be 60 inches long.
Oh my goodness. What is that, F scale?
No, it's up in the live steam.
F scale is 1.20.4.
This is 1.5 inches to the foot, so 1.5 to the foot.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a good size, like you can ride on them.
I want one.
And what we're going to be building our own engines too, and we have some of the traction motors from the scooters that we're going to use.
Oh, okay.
That should be pretty neat, building our own engines.
So, everybody's a volunteer. Do you pay dues?
Nope.
Oh, wow. The curator pays for everything.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
We get to go in and play with the trains and build stuff. And
Yeah. Just get down to the brass tacks.
yeah. And basically, we're just helping him out.
Having the time of your life, I bet.
Oh, yeah, I enjoy it in there. And telling the people about the history, because the rail line that was down this way is no more.
Yeah.
There's very few of the buildings left from the railway. So it's to show them the history and of what we did have here, because the town of Bridgewater was the center for the railway on the south shore of Nova Scotia. So it was a big center.
Just noticed you were doing your show. So
I'm getting a request from my son. Don't be too long. Yeah, I'm part of a museum project. It's not started yet. They sent me a test project to build, and they accepted that, and took a couple of months to really get through the approval process. And now I think I'm going to be building the Bloor Street Viaduct, a bridge in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. Actually,
what?
there's a website for that museum. It's called miniatureland.ca.
Okay, that's in Toronto, is it?
Yeah, well, it's just outside of Toronto. Close enough for me.
Okay, because I'm headed up to Toronto Thursday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I know I've got meetings Thursday morning and one Thursday afternoon, but I was going to see if there's anything close. I'm going to be at the International Plaza Hotel, and I was hoping there'd be something close to that for train-wise. I know the train yard isn't too far from that.
Well, is that downtown?
It's just by the airport.
Oh, it's just by the airport, eh?
Yeah.
Well, downtown where the CN Tower is, right below the CN Tower is the TRHA. I forget what they all mean, but it's the Train Historical Society in Toronto, and they have a live steam there, and they have a. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
I'm good, Ron. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I was just telling the other Bill, William, Bill 1 or Bill 2, about the train museum in Toronto because he's going to visit.
Oh, is he? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of trains in the just below the CN Tower there.
Okay. And
The thing is, to be a train fan in Toronto, all you have to do is go out to take a ride on a streetcar, though.
okay.
They're fun.
I'm gonna have to see if I can get out on one.
So what are you up to tonight, Bill?
I put a GC laser kit together. I actually found it when I was cleaning up the bench yesterday.
Oh, okay. They have some nice wood kits.
Yeah, so it was the yard master's office.
Oh, okay.
I put a picture of it up on Facebook.
Oh, perfect. I'll go look at it after this.
Yeah, I painted it up and everything. Yeah, that guy Randy, I said to you earlier in the PM message. I called him up and real nice guy.
Oh yeah.
Real nice guy.
I believe he's a bassist in a punk band as well. So he's real down to earth.
Who'd figure?
Yeah.
Who'd figure? Yeah, and the guy was, he was really forthcoming in a lot of information. Usually when you talk to somebody, it's always been my experience whenever I was in any field, like plumbing, and even on my job, like guys with seniority, they always wanted to put a blanket over them and not tell you their trade secrets. But this guy was like, he was really forthcoming, and he had some really good tips, and he was a very encouraging guy. He was like, not just on his models, he was just like saying, hey, get into doing other things. And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I found the exact same thing from Randy. He's a very cool cat. Yeah, very cool cat.
I like this model you're doing here. This is off the charts, Ron.
Well, I actually planned this model for many years. Like when I started model railroading, I wanted to build the quintessential dock kit or module, and I planned it for 2 years. I built the first part of it and then put it in storage for 2 years. So I've been planning this model inside my head for a long, long time.
What is it based on?
Well,
I know it's a seaside kind of.
Well, the different kits that are in it is this one's a Sierra West Foss Landing, and this is a JL Innovative Design corner store. This kit's about $20-30. It's a nice kit for the price. And then over here is a Builders in Scale lighthouse. And behind it is a Fine Scale Miniatures rail car shed that I just took part of it and threw it in there.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just going to build it from this way, and then once I've done this part, I'm going to turn the module around and do this back part from the perspective of looking at this way.
Uh-huh.
So that I want to be able to put it in the middle of the room if I ever show it to people, and have people look from both angles and have a nice view.
Right, right. Now the area where the sand area, is that supposedly low tide? Yeah, low tide.
I don't know really. Like I live inland, so I don't really have much experience with low tide.
Well, it looks like it because those dock areas look like they would accompany the boat. Yeah, right. These dock areas. Once
and the boats actually are really low on the dock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is low tide there.
So yeah, I guess it would be low tide.
Your white building there, the wharf beside, yeah, that one. The water's well away from the wharf in front of it.
And I actually kind of modeled that the tide rises with having the skid planks here.
Right.
Yep.
And this thing so that this would rise and that would skid along it as the tide rose.
Yep.
But like I said, it's all stuff that I've thought of in my head while, going to the beach.
It's usually where the great ideas come from.
Oh yeah. A nice cervezas and bikinis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not many people are out and about just yet. I put out an invitation to everybody on my list.
Yeah, there's a couple over there, and James Wright has one going too. There's a couple people over there.
Hangouts are getting popular. I like it.
Yeah, they are very. I had to stop doing the late night ones because I was burning the day. I was getting up late.
I know. I find it real hard to stay up that late too. Like I'm an early riser.
For me, they're on too late. A lot of them.
Yeah, the only thing is that Mike, Model Man Mike, is in Germany, so he gets on about 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time.
And that's probably
that's 6 o'clock for him.
6 o'clock in the morning, eh?
Yeah.
That's 2 o'clock Atlantic time.
So it's just I was going to bed like at 4 in the morning, and I was getting up like at 9, but I was dragging the rest of the day.
Yeah, that was the main reason why I kind of bowed out of that program of his, because I knew I wouldn't be able to do it in the long run.
Yeah.
Once I start getting tired, my brain shuts off first.
Yeah, I know. Last night I went to bed early, and I was doing some reading on my Kindle, and the next thing I knew, I woke up and my Kindle was still on and the battery was drained.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I would have glued this with crazy glue.
We use a lot of the CA at the museum putting the buildings together.
Yeah, actually, that CA, it's great stuff. It is really great stuff. However, the railing around this lighthouse was glued on with CA, and this was put out in a shed for 3 years. So, the freezing weather broke the seal. So everything on this tower, kind of at the top, all fell apart because the freezing weather makes crazy glue fail.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of lessons you only learn the hard way.
I know. They stink, don't they?
Yeah, it's a badge of honor.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
Listen to Bill's accent. We had a couple people in the museum today from Long Island, New York. Sounds much like Bill's accent.
Is that where you're from, Bill? Is Long Island?
No, I'm from Staten Island, New York. Staten Island.
The accent sounds much alike.
They had one of the Long Island Railroad trains in there?
No, they were just people from Long Island were up to visit the museum where I volunteer.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's about, from where I am, depending on where they are in Long Island, but to get there would be about, if traffic is good, about 45 minutes. If traffic isn't good, then it's 2 days.
Yeah. I live way out in the country on a nice big horse farm. My life and your life seem 2 worlds apart.
I live in the country as well. I'm about 20 minutes from town, 15, 20 minutes from town on 8 acres of land. So.
Yeah, we're on 25 acres here.
Nice. Yeah, where I live, there's no room to change your mind.
Oh. I've got a river down the backyard, so.
Nice.
But there's character everywhere you look at where you are, Bill.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of character and characters.
It shows on your model railroad.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I just have to bring that New York attitude to it.
So go ahead, Bill.
No, I enjoy watching Bill's videos on YouTube about his layout.
Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And I do appreciate your subscription. It means a lot. It really does.
Yeah, you're doing really well, Bill. And there's a lot of activity on your videos. I think this YouTube model builders that Modeler Man Mike started is really coming together real nice.
Yeah, I'm starting to interview interns and production assistants now.
For you or for the show?
No, for me, of course. I'm getting up there. I got close to 98 subscriptions, so I got to hire an intern to run and get me coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Next thing you know, I'm going to have to get
red.
You don't have any face supper? What do you want?
I got my wife involved in it.
Yeah, I was watching that. That was a nice little joke you did.
Yeah. You put the laundry away?
She taught me how to use the machine, and then I got my sister involved. My sister Meg is a professional photographer. She does that for a living.
So great.
Yeah, she saw my videos, and she calls me up, and she's like, "All right, got to get rid of that iPhone. I'm coming over with my stuff. We're gonna do it right." And I was like, "All right, take it easy, calm down."
She's a good girl.
Because she's got all the software, and everything. So.
Yep. You up to speed, eh?
Well, we'll see if she comes. I mean, I love my sister dearly, but she's very busy and she's got a family of her own. And, her weekends are taken up with her business. And so
she's a photographer, aka an artist. I understand completely.
Yeah, she does. I mean, to supplement her income, she does weddings and bar mitzvahs and and stuff like that. She's really pretty well sought after. She's got a nice little niche, and she does a little bit different approach.
The fire was open the whole time.
That's awesome.
Up yours. It was funny I had to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well.
So.
What are you doing there, Ron?
Well, this deck all wet, so it bent up on me.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to let it dry to see if it'll gonna dry flat. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to brace it more in the bottom. The other thing is, when I take photographs of this, I want the boats to look a certain way.
When I start that build, I told you earlier, when I start that build on the gate tower.
The watchtower, yeah.
Yeah, the watchtower. They in the reading through the instructions, which is a mini novel in itself.
Yeah.
Talks about weathering the wood with steel brush.
Yeah.
So I went out and, well, actually, I was at Lowe's a couple of weeks ago, and I saw these miniature steel brushes, so I picked them up.
You know, the thing I found, the key is to have a brush with the bristles not curled over on the end. Brand new brush, it doesn't matter how soft the bristles are, you'll still get texture in the wood as long as they're real straight at the end.
All right.
You know, it's a nice new brush, and once those bristles start curling over, it's not really any good for weathering anymore because it doesn't shave into the wood as well.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, I'll give you my opinion because it's not on the Laser Modeling 3 video. But I don't really like the way he paints his models. Like, I like all his instructions right up until the point where he pulls out the sponge.
Yeah, you know, I thought that was, you know, that's good that you said that because I thought the same thing. And I thought, well, maybe I just ain't got the experience enough to know any difference. But when I was reading that through the instruction booklet, and that thing, and right up until that point, then when I started reading the painting thing, I was like, well, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I would put a lot of texture on the wood with your brush, and then dry brush it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I did on my versions. Yeah, I can't stand that brush technique. You can't get it to really look right.
I guess he's looking at an optical kind of thing, like at a distance.
You know, some people get into this. You know, it could be a fad. You know, it just, I don't know what it is. But Laser Modeling 3 is an architectural modeling company. That's what they started out as. So, you know, their models are more accurate in their dimensions than, you know, I imagine these models that he's creating now are the first ones that he's painted in his career. You know, because you know how architectural modelers are. They just do styrene and no paint at all.
Right, they're just giving a visual.
Yeah, yeah, dimensional thing, so. But what came in that kit extra? Did it come with fiber optics?
Yes, it did actually.
Awesome, eh?
Yeah, and also came in with a telephone pole with the wiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be a unique video.
Yeah, that's gonna be my fall project.
Good, good. Yeah, the laser modeling 3 kit that I'm working on also has the fiber optics. But I'm taking a break from it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I started cleaning my track today.
Yeah, I can't focus on one project for a long time. I like to do it in small spurts. I'll plan, a small spurt and then put it back up on the shelf and think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what happens, I do the same thing. It's just I'll put it aside, and then I'll go do something, or do something else, and then all of a sudden, like I'll be sitting at dinner, and my wife will be talking, and I'll go, wait a minute, I'll be right back. I head downstairs.
She loves that.
Yeah, she's like, okay, what is it? I said, no, I just thought of this great idea to do this model. I'm going to try it out.
Well, she was talking about the garden.
Right. But, nah, my wife is a very big supporter of the hobby, my hobby anyway, and she just loves going to train shows.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, because she's the ultimate haggler.
Oh, wow.
We'll go to a train show, and we went to one in Edison, New Jersey a couple of months ago in the wintertime. And there was a guy selling Walter's Cornerstone. And we went up, and I bought maybe like $100 worth of stuff. And my wife said, how about $75? And I looked at my wife, and I was like, what? She said, no, I'm talking to him, the gentleman behind the counter. She says, how about 75? So the guy says, what do you mean 75? She says, $75. She goes, no, it's $100. He goes, yeah, but we're paying cash. You know and I know that you're not reporting this cash. So let's make a deal. I was like, well, all right, how about 90? She said, how about 80? And then he was like, how about 85? And she said, okay. I was like, then we went down. There was, the funny thing was, I was looking for some coarse ballast.
Yeah.
We walked around, we kind of like zigzag, like serpentine through all the aisles. And then there was a guy selling Atlas stuff, and he had the coarse thing, and I was going to buy it. I said, oh, there's that coarse ballast. I'll get it. My wife's like, no, you don't want that. You have plenty of it at home. And I was like, no, I don't. And she says, yeah, I saw it. And I was like, I'm saying to myself, she saw it. Where can she see it? Everything is out in the open. I don't hide anything. So I'm like, no, hon, I don't have it. She goes, no, babe, I'm telling you, you got coarse ballast. I said, hon, and the guy's looking at me and my wife, and I looking at him, and he's like shrugging. He says, I guess you got it. If she said you got it, you got it. I'm like, all right. So we walk away, and my wife whispers to me. She says, the guy on the other side of the room has it for like $5 cheaper. We walk to the other side, and sure enough, there he is. Guy selling it for $8. And my wife says to him, I only got 6. The guy says, all right, I'll take it.
No way.
Oh,
Yeah, she's the best. I'm telling you, she's the best.
man.
She's the best. She has these very, very expressive big brown eyes, and she's just the.
We need your wife to do a hangout to teach the rest of our wives.
Yeah, but she's like, I was like, honey. I mean, we walked out of there. We came home. We tallied up. We kept all. She kept a written thing of how much we spent. And we came home. We tallied it all up, and it was about $265, $70, and we got it for like close to $200, $195. So we saved a pretty, So I took her out to dinner.
Yeah, might as well.
After that, yeah. She deserved it.
Might as well.
He's a keeper.
Yeah, you don't keep them happy and they'll stop their tricks.
Yeah, happy wife is a happy life, guys.
You got that right.
My wife would agree with that.
What, William? Is that that's an engine house?
Yes, it is.
It's nice. That looks very nice.
What I did, I had a roundhouse that I couldn't use. I bought for like $5 secondhand, and I took the sides of it and used the sides of the roundhouse.
Nice.
And then I did use like the windows up top of the roundhouse, but I used styrene and filled in my own. I can adjust my camera a little better here.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it. Yeah, there, right there.
There. So I made the front like that, and did the back up. And this here is like a bricked-in window.
Very nice.
So it's a combination of scratch built and kit bash.
Great. Looks good.
And I'm pretty happy with it.
All that matters.
And it's the roundhouse had a bunch of, well, one of these, well, two of these pieces in it. So I ran one of those down the center of it. So it looks like it has support on the inside.
Nice.
I get my styrene from the Railway Museum where I volunteer. They get it in there in the 4x8 sheet.
Are you going to light it up inside?
I don't think I'm going to light this one up inside. I have a building I'm building. It'd be like the foreman's office, along with the stores and changing room and shower room for the yard workers. So I think I'm going to light that one up.
Oh.
That one I have it so the roof will come off. This one I didn't make that so the roof would come off.
Oh, that one, the roof is on permanently?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
An afterthought, I should have left it that I could take it off, but it's glued on now, so I can't change it.
Done deal.
I'm actually enjoying doing the scratch building. And I told Vinny I was going to do a video on cutting windows out when you're scratch building. I still haven't done it yet. But I've been watching a couple of them doing the scratch build. And what we do at the museum, we take one of the little hand drills with a very small tipped bit on it and go down.
Pin vise?
Pin vise, that's what I'm. Yeah, a pin vise. Put a small bit in it and go in each corner of the window and then cut our lines from there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because it gives you a nice crisp corner then.
That would be a great video, Will.
Yeah, I actually have to get my wife to do the video because I don't have a tripod for my camera.
Those tripods are essential, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm soon gonna have to get one because when I'm doing stuff on the layout, I'd like to be taking videos and I can't right now. So I got to do what I'm doing and then take a video of what I did. And
what kind of camera do you use?
oh, it's actually I'll show it. I actually have two that I use. Move my paint out of the way. This is a I picked up at a yard sale for $5.
Nice.
And flips open for a screen there.
Hey,
And
if it works.
I sit that on a gondola in front of my engine or behind the engine and take it around the layout.
Oh, wow.
And then I have actually the Leica camera, which is a little Canon. It does video as well as pictures.
Nice.
So, what's that? PowerShot A495.
Right on. Yeah, I'm going to get another camera. I've already got 3 cameras, but I want to get one of those Sonys that Modeler Man Mike has been talking about. I kind of like that top-down view that him and a few other guys have been doing.
Oh, yes. Now, the curator at the museum is looking for a new camera for in there because he wants me to do videos of the layout in there.
Yeah, the Sonys are really good, and you can get them for $250 in Canada.
Oh, well, that's not bad, because he said he had a budget of $300 for a camera.
Yeah.
So
They're real. I just priced one out at Henry's here, and Henry's is a camera store, so it's got a little bit of a premium on the price, and it was $250.
Oh, geez, that's not bad at all.
So you might even be able to find it for cheaper.
Yeah, maybe be able to go on eBay or something and find one cheaper.
Yeah.
William, where are you from?
Nova Scotia.
Ah, Nova Scotia.
Yep, right on the ocean there, eh?
Yep. Well, the river behind at the backyard is salt water from the ocean. It's very close to the mouth of the river.
Oh, okay.
So, I live in the country by the sea.
Yeah, I hear that.
Now, I like it here because I got a little sailboat, so I go out to sailboat in the summer. And so I don't get a lot of time to do my trains during the summer.
Are you retired, William?
Not on my own wanting. I have a medical condition with the nerves in my back and my leg.
Oh,
So I'm not
okay.
able to work. And I'm fighting with the government to try to get pension.
I understand.
And the doctor told me I can't work. And the government says I'm not bad enough.
Okay.
I hear you. I got a visual disability. I barely get I passed my license this year, but I'm pretty sure it's one of my last years of getting my license. So, I haven't been fighting the government or anything like that because I imagine they'd say the same thing to me. So that's why I'm a commercial builder now.
Well, I was a truck driver, and I couldn't get my medical because of this.
Wow.
hmm
So I've been fighting almost 5 years with the government. So
Yeah. I was a stair builder right up until I was 32, so that was 5 years ago. And I've been building models now for 4 years. For 3 years, it's been making enough money to pay all the bills, but before that was pretty tough.
I can imagine. Well, I'm just glad my wife has a good job and can keep the bills paid. And she looks after me too. She does home care. She goes around to different houses looking after people that are sick or not able to do stuff themselves.
Right on.
She puts my socks on me every morning because I can't reach down to do it.
Wow.
So I'm lucky to have the wife I have.
We take sometimes for granted our health, don't we?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Yeah.
Oh.
So what are you gonna build next? Bill, did I ask you that?
Yeah, it's going to be the Gateman's Tower, but that's not going to be for a while. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm cleaning up the tracks, getting them really pristine clean.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because they're housed downstairs in my basement, and I have an open floor grid above me, the joists, and they tend to get a little dirty. And I haven't been running any trains for a couple of months, and they got really grimy.
Mm.
So today, when I went down this morning, I kind of like really started doing the heavy lifting. Got the alcohol prep pads out.
Mm-hmm.
Bright Boy. I'm not a big fan of the Bright Boy, but I had to do some real heavy duty cleaning. So I finally got like one section of the track clean, and I was doing a little bit of switching. So I was happy that I wasn't getting a lot of stuck. Trains weren't stalling, the diesels weren't stalling, but also I had to clean out the switches, the switch points, because they were getting gunked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm taking care of that. What's that?
Spring cleaning.
Yeah, spring cleaning, basically. I wanted to get it done before we turned into hot, humid weather here.
Yeah, because yours is in the garage, eh?
Yeah, it gets pretty cool in the back there, but once the lights are on and you're back there and the door's open, then you start getting the humidity and it starts getting hot back there. And then you can't really barely do anything. And then plus it's also the laundry room, so if the tenant is upstairs and she comes down or her husband comes down and they do laundry, you got the heat from the dryer and stuff like that. So I wanted to get the bulk of it cleaned up, and tomorrow's supposed to be another cool day down here, so I'm going to finish up the other half of it.
Right on. Same here. Cool day tomorrow. Yeah, my room is pretty stuffy. I don't have any air conditioning in this part. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I imagine I'll soon have to put the air conditioner in for the wife.
Yeah, she's got in her half of the house. There's air conditioning. The modeling room has no TV on purpose.
Oh no, I don't even know. No, I don't allow TV on during the day.
Yeah. Only 80s music around here.
I have a radio downstairs. I plug it in sometimes. But you know what? The funny thing down in New York City, I listen to the radio quite a number of hours sometimes. And I start noticing that from one DJ to the next, like the morning guy and then the afternoon guy, they start repeating the songs again.
Oh, yeah. In the same order.
Yeah, yeah. And I caught that like 2-3 days in a row, and I'm like, wait a minute. I played this about the same time yesterday.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no TV downstairs because that's too distracting.
Yeah, I've been listening to Bob FM from Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia, I think it is. Or I don't know, but it's online, with unlimited bandwidth,
Uh-huh.
I just listen to anywhere in the world that I want.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just happen to be at my desk tonight, which is in the living room beside the TV, so I got a TV going in my ear, and my work table, I don't have any radio or TV up there. I do have a computer there, but that's only to play my music.
Yeah.
I got a computer dedicated to my music, and then this one for everything else.
Yes. I just want you guys to stop calling my number. Can you take my name off the list, please? Thank you. I want to check. Came up with 543 number. 521-2621.
On the phone the other night.
No,
I thought it was a 2621 the other night.
he said I just have to register. Are you 30 years old? Yeah. Over 30 years? Yes. You're a credit card, and that's when I got it into it. I just figured I'd get the call again. I'm sick. I have my full name signature as it now. If you want me.
Is it level?
No.
Take some work. It shouldn't be level. Ooh, tipping on you.
I made the deck out of cereal board and just glued the planks on top of it. I think that was a mistake. Because it's twisting and cupping and
Oh, yeah.
being nasty. You'd think it was braced enough on the bottom, though.
Yeah.
But it's not. But the way I've got it set up, I want the main picture to... If I ever write an article for a magazine, this is the picture I want to show. Kind of like that.
Okay.
Down the docks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of my main ways to plan a project is to plan two main pictures, two views, like two angles on each project. So we got this front end view, and then the other view is to look down past the lighthouse along the boats, so you can see the boats along the docks, weaving through.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
But then this one, after I'm done this dock, I'm gonna flip the module over and then do all the back there too. So from the other perspective, so imagine there's gonna be another month or so on this. I'll probably put it down for a month. You know how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Cool. Excuse me.
Did you build those boats as well, Ron?
Yep.
Were they from a kid or you scratch built them?
They're from they came. Well, they didn't come with this, but they're part of the kit. Like I had to buy them extra, and it's a resin bottom with this is scratch built, and this is made out of wood, and all the rigging's done by hand.
Nice.
Same with this. The wheelhouse is scratch built from wood, and then the mast and the rigging's all done by hand. All the rest is resin. I'm surprised they survived. There was like rats and mice and everything else where they were.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is my microphone not working?
It is now.
Well, lie to me.
Okay.
Hey Ed, how are you doing?
Well, I guess I'm okay. I mean, it came up and says your microphone's not muted. Check blah blah blah. Kind of stupid computer. I don't know. I'll be better. I guess I went and picked up a 6-pack of beer, so I'll be better a little bit.
Yeah.
What you guys up to?
Oh, I'm just trying to get this dock set up.
Ah,
Waiting on the glue to dry.
no. See, that's boring. Wait a minute. How come there's 2 Rons?
I have my tablet up so I can do my.
Oh, okay. That's all right. You can be a twin. And not as long as you don't find twins offensive.
No, not this cat. I like twins, especially when they come in bikinis.
What was it? The 2 twins turned back up Playboy Mansion. I saw something about that.
No, I didn't see that.
Now, well, I didn't look real close because that's kind of like you see a Ferrari and you admire it, but you don't. You're like, oh well, I stick with my car. It's no use. It has no use. It's like, man, I haven't got the. You don't have to be good looking. You just got to be rich. You know?
Basically.
But I tell you what, guys, I would love to get a Lamborghini and go take a cruise and see how many young ladies go, hey, give me a ride.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
They ignore you until you got that car.
Oh, I was driving through Dallas, Texas in my 350Z, and I stopped at a light, and it's a working girl admired my car, but you know, that's about it. What was that? Who was that? They building Bill.
Yeah.
An engine house.
See, now I was checking out the vents on the roof.
Oh, yes.
Are they? You actually got a separation between the cap and the body, right?
Yes, there is.
Cool. See, I saw that all the way from out here. I love that stuff. How'd you is that a scratch build or is that a product?
A bit of scratch built as well as a kit. I took a roundhouse. I bought a roundhouse secondhand for $5, and I took the sides of it.
Right.
And used them, and then I just made a square front.
Hey, I love scratch building. Okay, so on those vents, because that's around it, there'd be vents for the engine. How do you keep the cap separate from the body?
Those caps, I'll see if I can find one here. Just a second.
That's one of those details that would just jump out at you. You know what's really sad is when your mind goes and you know it's going. I told you I was looking at a ore band that I drew up in SketchUp a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Now I can't remember why I made it 12 foot wide. I was like, why did I do that? I'm sure I had a reason. Let me say, I got my SketchUp. Let me bring it up. Oh. What I really like about Hang Up is the fact that you can share your stuff.
Yeah, being able to share images to like a group of guys is like, while having a chat like this is great.
Well, it's sharing the desktops. For example, I'm working here in SketchUp, and I can share, and I can share the screen and in real time zoom in, span it around, point stuff out. You know, I mean that's.
There's the roof vents here on mine come in 3 pieces. You put the 2 together.
Okay.
You get a piece that looks like that. And then on, I don't know how well this is going to come out, but there's little tips on the roof cap, on the cap.
So it's got a little tit right in the center that is a standoff.
No, there's 4 of them on, if I could, probably can't see them.
There you go. Ding.
Don't lose it.
I don't know from the, now it's hard to, you can see from the reflection that the little one's sticking off there.
Right.
And that's just, those 4 sit on the edge of that piece on the top.
Okay. Because that's one of the things that I've seen guys use like little pieces of brass and that sort of thing, you know, to make the little standoff that holds the cap away from the chimney. But you know what I'm saying? That's one of those things. If you're on a model and you just realize that there's actually a gap between the cap and the body, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's real hard to, and I got my hand in the light there.
Yeah.
But the,
yeah, I see the holes to it. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's obvious because I looked and the first thing I noticed was those. I was like, man, that looks like this actually caps actually separate from the
yeah, that's
stack. What it is.
And this came from the stacks came from stuff that was given to me.
Well, that's the best kind.
Yeah, I was given quite a bit of stuff. So it's like most of my track and rolling stock engines and it was all given to me, so I was lucky to get it.
That makes me think of that. Little pieces like that makes me think of every time I go to Walmart. I always wander over to where the beading section is.
Oh,
they
yeah.
got all the little things the ladies use to make beads with. All the little doodads, and I'm like, so much of that stuff. I mean, I wonder if I could make something out of that, you know? You're in the, excuse me, bycat. Okay.
Now, Dave, a fellow on here, he went, what was that? Oh, I hope I didn't throw that paper out. He went to Walmart to the knitting section, the sewing section, and there was a type of tape they had there, and he bought that for something on his layout. I can't remember right at the moment. I wrote it down so I could get some.
Well, you know, one of the coolest parts over in the beading section is the beading wire. It's down to 0.3 millimeters, which is what, 20 thousandths or 15 thousandths or 10 thousandths, whatever. And it's a 7-strand wire.
Wow.
And it looks like cable. I mean, it's got 7 twisted strands, and that dimension is actually over it's got a plastic coating. If you burn that off, you're down around 10 thousandths of an inch. And it looks like it's cable.
Yeah, that makes really good scale cable.
Well, because it is cable. I mean, it's seven wires twisted together. It's 10. The total diameter, when you burn off the plastic, you got to burn the plastic. If you use it like it is, you don't have to take the plastic off because it don't show.
Yeah.
But you can't paint it because the paint's going to cover the plastic up, right?
Yeah.
But they got anything from like 0.3 millimeters to 0.45 millimeters. So whatever scale you're working in, even in HO, there would at least be a larger cable.
Yeah.
And once you burn the plastic off, then you can rust it up or whatever. But you know, they got this. It's like Micromart sells this thing for static grass to it's a static grass brush is what they advertise it as. Have you seen that?
Yeah, but it's...
Okay. It's a little comb, and then it's like a little brush on the other side. Well, yeah, or you can walk down to Walmart or Walgreens, walk over to where the ladies do their eyebrow brushes and stuff. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's an eyebrow brush, and it's instead of having to pay shipping and pay twice as much, you can walk down to your local pharmacy and to the section wherever they got the mascara and all that stuff. If you don't mind, you know, it's like the it's like your emery boards.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's a great modeling tool, and but you gotta fight your way through the ladies over there.
Those brushes in the makeup section are expensive, though, aren't they?
It's a who?
The brushes in the makeup section.
It was in the section where the mascara was, because it's for the eyebrows.
Makeup.
They sell it. They sell a pair. They sell, if you go in that section in the Walgreens or CVS, they sell tweezers with the flashlight in the middle.
Right.
For $5. For $5.
Well, I tell you another one. Micromark sells this little tool. It's a fiberglass. It's a little looks like a pin, and you twist it, and a little fiberglass brush comes out, right? And they advertise it, you know, for I don't know, whatever they advertise it for. Go to Radio Shack. They sell them for cleaning up, you know, like computer boards and stuff. That's what it's made for. But it's like half the price and no shipping.
Yeah. Now these emery boards here.
Yeah.
I think it was 25 for $1 or $1.50 at the dollar store. And they're a great for sanding off and.
Well, you know, it's funny. All these guys sell stuff, and I don't knock them. I mean, that's capitalism. That's fine with me. You know, if you what's his name over at Monster Model Works? He sells dirt. He sells a lot of it.
Yeah.
You know, and admittedly,
Jimmy Simmons.
Jimmy Simmons. And it's good dirt. You know, and he goes to trouble of packing it and all that. If you want to buy dirt, you know, online, that's fine. I just can't do it, man. I can't. Cat, I'm on
The cat wants to be on the Hangouts too.
You need a leash for that cat.
You can go to buy one of those static grass applicators. I can't remember how much they cost. Or you can go and get yourself one of those wire sifters at the dollar store and one of the bug zappers and make your own for. You might be at $5 altogether.
Actually, I still have to send you that shirt and that ion generator, Ed. I forgot all about that. Yeah, those ion generators, they're the
okay. Emergency iPhone connection.
Yeah, I forgot to send you that ion generator in the shirt.
Yes,
Ed?
you did, but you're always busy. You're a professional, busy guy. I'm not gonna. You promised me a lot of shit, man.
Yes, I'll get an email going. Yeah, I need that link to that company. I was gonna send it this morning, but I couldn't find the.
That English company? Yeah.
Yeah, for that tipple.
Yeah, that was a pretty neat looking little ore bin. You gotta admit. I mean, part of that was whoever modeled that, you know, put it together. But that was nice. I'll send that to you. Whenever,
Yeah, it's computer myself.
it was when my computer comes back up, I'll tell you. Oh, that's scary, man. My face is right in the phone. No, but I went down to there's a place here close to me. It's a beauty supply.
Yeah.
And I went there and bought a bunch of the little hair clips, the little metal. You know, used for all kinds of clamping, the little hair clip things.
Yeah.
Bought a box of 100, you know, like on the cheap, but I just feel so weird walking, because all the girls just look at you like, what the hell are you doing here? This is, you know, it's all this makeup and it's a whole store for primping, you know, like stuff. And I just felt uneasy in there. I guess that's it. That says something about me. I don't know. But I tell the girl, oh, well, I just want some of those little clamps. And she goes, the little clamps? I go, yeah, those things. Walk in and tell them you want some, yeah, I want a static grass rake.
What?
I left the call. No, I didn't leave the call.
No, you're still there.
It probably just realized I dropped off the computer side. I don't know. This is when I need a tablet so I could like be gee whiz and stuff. Okay, wait a minute. Do you just paint that thing since I fell off the net, Or is that a weight
Who are you talking to?
to you?
You're giving me the stink eye, I think.
Well, you had this little looked like it was unpainted, unweathered, uncolored dock. Now it looks black. Is that just the weight?
Yeah, that's weight right there.
I'm
That's
trying to
a
look
weight.
at this on the iPhone. I really can't see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are weights.
We may have to take her to the rest. I'll put the bag on.
Man, have you guys tried finding like a weight at a? They're hard to find if you're not, unless you got access to like a foundry or a machine shop or something.
Yeah, like I said, I walked into a scrapper one day and these were sitting on the counter and I paid for them. I spent $30 on them, but there's a whole bunch of them.
I got a couple little kind of a round weights. And I went to hell, I don't know if you Yankees got them. Are you Northern Yankees like up in Canada?
Am I allowed to call you a redneck?
Yeah, what's that?
Am I allowed to call you a redneck?
If you want. There's like Yankees and there's Northern Yankees.
Yeah.
But, of course, we don't usually refer to them as Yankees down here. We usually preface it with a...
Yeah.
But, anyway, there's a place that sells farming supplies and stuff. And they had these little... I don't know what, something fixed on a tractor, but they were like big old round nut things. They were like nice little weights.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And people were like, well, that's something from a harvester. I'm like, okay, whatever. They're just round weight things to me. I can give a damn.
Yeah. Hunk of metal.
Yeah, Yeah. Well, what really sucks is I was a machinist for 5 years, and I could get all the metal I wanted at the time. And it's just like, now it's like, man, this sucks. Okay, my computer's back up. Tigger, why are you in the way? My cat's helping. Okay, let me go find... There I go.
The cat wants to be on the hangout.
I think the cat has been sabotaging his computer.
No, the computer is so freaking old. I need to buy a new one. And
Don't protect it. It's a conspiracy. I know it.
Yeah, you have cats there too, Ron, don't you?
Yeah.
I would believe the conspiracy if the government was involved. It's like, oh no, did you? Hey IRS, my computer died, and I lost all my records. I'd be in jail.
Oh shit! Did you hear about that university down in the States? The IT department has a Windows 7 image, and all I have to do is tell which computer to reboot. It'll format the computer and rerun the image. Well, I've
sat there and done a web search on my name and found emails I sent out 10 years ago.
It's amazing how the IRS wants you to save 7 years of your back returns, but they lost those emails.
Oh yeah, they lost the emails. It's like, gee, what email system are you using that it don't store the emails on a web server?
Yeah, it's called delete.
Oh, let's believe me. I don't know why they don't stand up in Congress and go, you are a bunch of lying SOBs.
They did. Rand Paul did today.
Did he? I didn't. Well, I didn't care. I didn't call. I was doing sheetrock downstairs today.
Yeah, on C-SPAN he was on, and he lit the guy up from the IRS. He told him he was a liar.
Well, everybody knows they're liars. The entire nation, unless they drank so much damn Kool-Aid from the IRS that they're idiots, know they're liars. And here's the most powerful part of the government that can completely ruin your life if they want to.
Yep.
And they sit there, that Lois Lerner, with their face like, we're so freaking superior, we don't have to we don't have to answer to you peons, is what they're saying.
Exactly right. Congress sent them a letter of criminal intent to the Department of Justice, and they're still waiting to hear back from them.
Oh, well, that's going to work a lot with Holder in charge.
Yep.
I mean, he's in bed with them. He's probably down there. They're probably all having drinks together.
They're taking care of his tax bill right now. Hey, that wasn't a cat.
No, my cat's laying in. Let's see, where's my?
That's not my
There
dog.
he is in front of my computer right there. Look at him. It's like, oh, you're trying to do something on the computer. I mean, lay down in front of the keyboard. Okay, let me try to get back online.
Pussy Bureau of Investigations.
There's my dog.
Now, you know what we need to do is, I told this other again, and somebody was shocked and called me out on it. I said we need to have put them up against the wall. I'm dead serious. I ain't playing games, man. You got these, I spent 20 years in places like Vietnam and Iraq and frickin' Afghanistan, and I got these SOBs here playing games. I'll put them up against the wall in a minute. If I wouldn't go to jail, that's the only reason I wouldn't. You think I'm joking? Nope, not in a minute.
Edward, where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm currently in South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
But my dad's Air Force, so I grew up, hither and thither, born in Oklahoma, lived in the territory of Alaska, and New York, and Georgia, and England, and Arkansas. So I claim Arkansas. That's where I went to high school. So my dad retired out of Little Rock. Okay, I'm gonna log off on this and try to log back on the. Yeah, I know. It says I are in this video call. I'm gonna try to get back on the computer.
That was quick. I'll be right back, Ed. So Ed, are you there?
Oh, well.
So, what's going on, Ed?
It keeps telling me network error. Your microphone is muted, and it says we cannot make a connection.
How's your internet connection? You on DSL?
No, I'm on a cable modem, but yeah, I don't know. It's a piece of crap. I mean, I'm in the middle of like a dead area for like civilization.
Well, the reason I say that is because my tablet is connected to the same call with the same account. So theoretically, you should be able to.
Well, it just keeps coming up when I'm trying to connect on. It says my microphone is muted. Check my settings. Blah blah blah. I was on earlier because I was talking to you.
Yeah.
And when I logged on, it told me your microphone is muted. And then it connected up. You said, no, I can hear you. So it was lying to begin with. Oh, well.
Maybe turning down your bandwidth would do it.
Yeah, but you got to log on and be able to do that, I think.
Oh, it won't let you change it before
I don't know. I mean, it's a really cool when it works. It's really gee whiz stuff. And when it don't work, it just irritates the crap out of me.
I hear you.
You know, it's almost like when you have a problem like eBay and you can't get a hold of nobody because there's no way to contact any human being.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a question. Have you? Now I don't remember who it was. The guys that offer the $5 Friday models.
The $5 what?
Oh, is it Morgan something Model Works or something? They offer a $5. They offer a kit for $5 on Fridays.
Morgan Designs?
I'm trying to get to. Let's see. I'm trying to remember where the hell did I was. Oh, it's on Google Plus. Just a second. I'm trying to get to it, to wherever the hell it was. I'll see if I can. I don't know. Dadgummit. You know, you're right when you try to tell somebody something and you can't remember where the hell you were.
Yeah.
There's a company, and they had what did they have? They had some telephone poles a couple Fridays ago. Then they had like a little. Today they had like a little junk pile or something, and they're just little bitty, like little detail scenes. And they call it $5 Fridays, and oh great, I don't remember where the hell I found it. Was it on Facebook? God, that's
Morgan
gross.
Hill Models does O-scale. Ooh, looks like some nice stuff.
Come on. Dadgummit. I hate this crap, man. I can't find. I don't know where the heck I was at. What Modelers Guild? I don't think it was.
No. Oh, yeah, it is. Go to on30insider.com. $5 Fridays, Morgan Hill Models.
It's Morgan Hill Models. Okay.
On30 Insider. Yeah, I got it up on my. Am I screen sharing it?
Well, I can't. Oh.
Right
Okay.
there.
I don't know how that works on iPhone, but I see it. Yeah. Well, Cat, would you move just a second? Move, Mr. Tigger. Thank you. Move over there. There. Be nice. Jeez.
Yeah, today's $5 Friday is a old oil tank on cement piers.
Huh? Let me see. No, today is 2 pallet boxes. Today is 2 pallet boxes with junk in them.
Oh, well, I got something different.
Did you go to their website?
Yeah, MorganHillModels.com.
Yeah. It's $5 Friday. Get today's deal, 2 pallet boxes. I'm looking at it.
Oh, I see on the front page.
But you know what the question was? I ordered something from them. I haven't got nothing yet, so I'm just wondering. It was, you know what? Ain't that big a deal? $6.95 with shipping or whatever it is. But they had a couple. They had telephone poles. I mean, with the transformer.
Yeah.
That was like 2 Fridays ago. And then they had I don't know, something else, you know, some other little detail things, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm guessing it's like a Dallas on Boulder Valley Models, he'll have a 3 or 4 week delay because he has to make the stuff up. You know, it's not, he don't keep them stock. That's fine. I just wondered if you had dealt with them or had got a kit or something.
Nope. He looks
it's kind of almost like eating popcorn. These little $5 Friday things. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I checked PayPal, and yeah, I done placed 2 orders with them, so that.
Well, give him a call or contact him during.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he leaves his email address. I mean, he says on his website, you know, it's not like it's going to come in tomorrow, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's fine. Let's see. Please allow 2 to 4 weeks for delivery. Oh, Okay, I understand that. You know, that's fine. But you know, this is kind of like this is the kind of thing I would make. You know, just little details, little things.
Yeah.
Let's see, he's got a little backwoods sand house, $39.95. Okay. What else he got? He got a. Looks like a. What is that? Yeah. Huh. It's nice little OM30 things. Little flat cards with little doodads on them. I don't know. I guess I can on the iPhone. Let me see if I can share that website with you. Oh, wait a minute. You got to. Damn. Again, it's a damn iPhone. I'm not sure how to even put the. Maybe I can show the. I can tell you the address. I don't know how to do the damn. Let's see. Oh, it was under model railroading. It was at the bottom. Kitwood Hill Models. That's www.kitwoodhillmodels.com.
Oh, I've seen this. Oh, that's where that tipple was.
Yeah. But now what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I love that tipple.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just so hooah.
And it's made out of microply, poplar ply, and laser cut basswood strip.
I just love the detail. That'd be cool to have that up close to the edge of the layout.
Oh yeah. That's a really nicely weathered model.
Yeah, I mean, it always helps when you get an expert do your demo.
Your
model.
mock-ups, yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, you could give 2 different people or 3 different people the same model, and one's going to come out looking like very amateurish, and the other, it's like I was talking, last night when I shared some stuff that my buddy Gary did.
Yeah.
He'd go to a garage sale and pick up an old Lionel. What is it? What's our O scale stuff? This semi-scale. You know what I'm talking about?
Tyco and.
Well, yeah, he'll pick that stuff up and he gets to weathering it and stuff, and it looks fine. I mean, it don't bother him that it's got funny colors and stuff. He'll sit there and just paint it and weather it and add. He'll make additions out of scrap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll find like old discarded battery compartments or something from something and just turn them on their side and paint and rust them up. And I like that kind of mindset. Instead of this, I need a oil tank, and I can't find the one I want exactly. Well, make it then, dude. Jeez.
You're telling me.
It's like all it is a damn pipe with caps on the end. Well, it's got rivets. Okay, what are some? I ordered the blasted the stuff from Micromark when they first came out, the resin rivets.
Oh yeah.
They work great. Now I've had people come, oh, that's not as good as Archer and all that. I'm like, okay, whatever, if you say so. I've used both. I was happy with both, but Archer, you get a little thing about the size of an index card for like $18. And go ahead.
Going back to this Morgan Hill Models, he has a stone furniture factory, and it's only it sounds like a lot of money, $149, but it's got a lot of stonework on it.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice. I'm not sure what the word is. The kits on that site really, it's. How when you see some of the Craftsman kits, it's just it's a building with a bunch of different shapes all slammed together and.
Yeah,
detail pieces, and it's like, okay, it doesn't grab me. It's like, that you add a bunch of a small building that runs in a bunch of directions, and it makes it look larger. I understand the concept, but there's also an artistic side to. Why you look at a building and go, well, that's a nice looking building. Well, it's the design itself is artistically appealing, or there's something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, why do you stop and take a photo of a building when you just passed 100 buildings. It's because that one building has texture or age or shape or something that just makes it jump out at you. What up, T?
Yeah. What time is it? 8:23.
Oh man, they still got the same time we got in Canada. Cool. You know, I came back from Korea. I flew over Canada when we you know, the magnificent modern technology, the jets and stuff, where it's shorter distance across the pole than it is around.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that makes sense, you know, I guess. It beats the hell out of the first time I flew to Southeast Asia, and I flew in a 727. A 727 won't make it across the ocean. You have to stop and refuel. So I had a little bit of interest back in the day. I actually flew into Wake Island to refuel, and flew into Guam once. Ain't that something? That never happened anymore.
Sounds hot and sticky.
Well, we flew in, and you see this. I think it was Guam, or it might have been Wake. And you see the airport ran from one end of the island to the other end of the island. The runway did, and it ran on to the edge of the cliff. And so, as your plane's flying in, you see this damn cliff sticking out of the ocean, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Then you cross the island just landing.
Well, basically, I mean, I might be exaggerating a little bit. But I know one end of the runway ran. I mean, it ran to the edge of the cliff.
Huh.
Wherever the hell it was, I don't know. That was many moons ago. I did fly on Flying Tigers Airlines though. So you as a young man don't know what that is.
Here now.
Well, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, after the Second World War, some of the pilots had flown in China with the Flying Tigers. They started a little airline, and it was still running in the 70s. And they were doing cargo runs and catch can, passenger service and things like that. And the planes had the Flying Tiger shark mount on them. Yeah. See, that's history you guys don't know about, man. Unless there's another old guy online.
Well, it's American history.
We had Canadians in the Second World War. In fact,
you may be the only American who ever said that.
Well, no. See, one of the greatest war movies I ever watched was, I think it was The Devil's Brigade. The joint Canadian-American special ops guys.
Yep.
They were some bad SOBs. The Canadians sent all like these excellent troops and stuff, and all of ours were like refuse from the jails and brigs. I'm not making that up.
No,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just got finished watching World War II in color.
Yeah.
That's from a British point of view. It's interesting to see war history from the different points of view, like the American or the British point of view kind of thing.
Well, I mean, you're everybody has what's the word? A centric means centric viewpoint.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's just natural.
No, but it's I've heard it many times that the United States says that they came in the war and they won the war. But
I don't know who says that because
I've heard it a couple of times.
Well, you're talking to a low information voter then.
Yeah.
The Russians bled the Germans the most.
Well, the Russians were no different than the Germans, really.
Well, yeah, but
the number one, they split Poland in the late 30s.
Yes, they did. I'm not arguing with you, but
the with the Nazis until the Nazis double crossed them, and in the end, the Nazis were grabbing land, and Russia was basically in it to grab land as well.
Of course, and there wasn't that much to choose between the two of them. That your enemy of my enemy is not my enemy.
Yeah.
Not necessarily your friend.
Russia actually on the Japan side, where Japan attacked China in a bunch of different places, in Mongolia and all that jazz. Russia claimed land on that side too. And after the truce was made, Russia continued fighting for 2 weeks, I think it was.
Here's the funny thing, in a way. I spent 3 years in Germany. We had no problem with the older Germans. They'd been in the Second World War.
Yeah.
When we had displaced tanks and stuff like that, we got along great with them. They liked us just fine. And it was basically, you were some SOBs, and we fought hard, but with the Germans, it was more like, hey, I got you guys surrounded, you want to give up or what? Screw it, I'll give up, okay. It was like, I was talking to this German, he'd been a tanker. I was at a display tank at a Volksfest, and we had a great time talking about tanks and tanking and stuff like that. And God, they hated the Russians, man. They hated the Russians with a passion.
That's funny. We're all our own worst hypocrite.
Well, it was like unless they were a identified war criminal or scientist we could use, we let the rest of them go home. I talked to this one guy. He says they captured him, took him to Siberia, kept him to 1956.
Holy smokes!
Yeah. Then they opened the gates up in 1956 and said, go home. And he says, I'm in Siberia. He says, we don't care. And he walked out the gate with nothing, not eating any food in his pocket or nothing, and got home from Siberia to Germany.
Holy smokes.
And so,
well, when you're a soldier, you're only following orders, and if you leave your post, that's death penalty in some cases. So.
Oh, unless it's under the Obama administration, in which case you make him a hero.
Oh, come on. I'm a liberal.
Okay, what's that got to do with anything? If it's
You know what? I say, just the same as your army says, no man left behind.
Yeah, okay, but you don't give up 5 4-star generals for one guy.
No.
That's not done. That's not how you do it.
They're not 4-star generals. They're tribesmen. That's giving them too much credit.
There's a photograph of one of them they gave up with 5 heads sitting in front of them. These are mass murderers.
If they didn't have Russian weapons, they'd be standing there with spears. Do you know what I'm saying? They're like primitive people. And wouldn't you rather have, say this guy wasn't AWOL. Say they didn't know, say he was standing at his post and the rest of his guys got killed. And
I would not give, if he was the biggest hero in the world, I would not give up 5 Class A prisoners for him. No, I wouldn't. And that's from somebody that's actually stood on. That's from somebody that's actually been on the post. And I've been to Afghanistan, and I've been to Iraq, and I've been to Vietnam, and I've been to Korea. I've actually been there on the guard post and doing that stuff. And now, no, I would not give up 5 high spec prisoners for him. No, I would not.
Yeah. No, I understand your point.
I'm just telling you from a guy that's actually done it, not talking about it. I mean,
no, I know.
I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm just saying I've actually done the thing, and no, I would not give that up for that guy. And he was not. He did walk off. If you believe the guys that was with him, and unlike the administration who want to bend the truth to play political games. But then you knock down the guys that actually served with them. It's like the guys they talk about, guys in the army. They like saying somebody should be in, because he didn't serve in the army. I said, I don't care about that. That has nothing to do with the quality of a human being, or is honesty or something like that. You can look at the American Congress. I got very little respect for anybody in Congress. Because they are men that serve without honor. Because if you have honor, it shouldn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican or independent. You should stand up for your for your ethics and your morality. And these people don't. They play politics, so they are not honorable men. That's just my point of view.
No, to which I give it to you.
No, here's the thing, man.
You know those 5 generals though. They're going back after being fed through tubes in the nose for the last 3 years. They're either pissed or they're submissed.
Well, say if it made me, I ought to put a bullet in their damn heads.
You know what?
I know what they were. I don't give a damn.
They're so primitive. They live in a medieval society.
They cut the noses off of women. They butcher people. They are barbarians.
Yes.
Barbarians, the best solution for them is a bullet in the head.
I agree.
I ain't got no time to play no liberal bullshit
it's
about putting hands and dancing around the son of bitches. They are animals.
No, I agree.
And that's the same thing here in the States, where they catch some guy that's molested a child and they put him in prison and they blah, blah. No, I would put that SOB down. It's what you do with a mad dog.
Get the blocks out, put them in the town square, lock them in there, hand and neck.
No, I'm not saying about torture people. I'm saying that when you identify somebody,
not torture, public shaming.
there was a guy here in the States where you have these guys that kill people, and they are like they've been in prison like their entire life, and they keep releasing them back in society to harm other people.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. You identify. I'm not talking about somebody smoking marijuana or somebody that stole a car or something like that. Somebody that has
raped and pillaged.
Yes. I put that sucker down in a second.
Mm-hmm.
I got no problem with that at all. Because that way they don't come out and hurt somebody else. They're dead or they're fertilizer. Fine. You know, I mean, there's a guy. There's here in South Carolina. There's a guy shot. They were having some kind of a hood thing, and they were shooting at each other. And he shot this girl, and she's paralyzed for life. She was it was in Columbia, South Carolina. She was had just got finished lunch. Now she's paralyzed for life, and this hood that shot her has a criminal record a mile long. Why isn't he dead? Because the liberals sit there and worry about how he was raised up and how he was that society is responsible. He's not responsible. It's just like bullshit. He made a decision to shoot other people. I got no sympathy at all. I don't give a damn how he was raised. I don't care how it is nothing. I got no sympathy. You make, as a human being, as an intelligent thinking creature, you make a decision what you're going to do in your life. And you're going to shoot people or hurt people or rape or murder or pillage, then you should be dead. That's fair. I don't give a damn how society influenced you. That's not my problem. You made a decision to hurt people. You are an animal. You're a beast. You know, but it's a time and again. Every time you see somebody, people get hurt by some criminal, it's some guy that's got that's been in prison for years and get released. You know, he murders somebody. Oh, that's okay. Society did that to him.
Well, in Canada, it seems like we've been if you've done a crime like that, like there's this little girl who was kidnapped from a school here, and they found her in a field, and it all came down that this guy and his girlfriend kidnapped her, raped her, and killed her.
Right.
Well, we live in such a liberal society, you know, you'd think that he'd be getting all this free lawyers and stuff like that. He can't get a free lawyer for some reason. It's like we're skirting the laws for him. So I guess we're a little bit of an oxymoron or something.
Well, see, I don't see in that case here's in my view on this is that you get these killers and they get a lawyer for. Right? And it's like, oh, everybody should have a right to equal protection under the law, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's fine. I say any lawyer that would accept to defend someone they know murdered a little girl should be shot himself. How dare you defend that son of a bitch?
Yeah. Well, at the very least, he should be volunteering his time for free to that guy.
Because you're by defending somebody you know murdered that little girl, you are a useless SOB yourself. Yeah. How dare you defend somebody like that? You should refuse, and I am not going to defend him. He's guilty. And I hope he I hope he burns and goes to hell. I don't understand this. It's just bullshit. It's and these people, they'll put him in prison, and in a few years, oh, he's reformed. Let's let him out so he can kill some more people.
No, there's actually, I find funny is that the company that makes the chemicals for the American death penalty released all the information and stuff like that and euchred them. So now you're not even holding death penalties now in some states because of that.
Well, again, that's the liberal side. A large caliber bullet to the head would be just a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You know, some guy that took some guy and a woman that takes a little girl from school, rapes her and murders her, I will shoot them in the head in a minute. I don't give a damn it hurts.
Yeah.
I hope it hurts. Am I going to burn them alive in the stake? No, I'm not that crazy. I'll sit there and pull a bullet in the head. Damn right I will.
I used a 9mm for a reason.
Well, I'd use a 45, but that's beside the point.
Wanted it to hurt.
Well, no, I don't. You know, that's. You know, I'm not on your torture, right? What? Yeah, shut up. I'm not. Yeah, I just say, look. If you have a dog, and that dog gets bit by a rabid skunk and gets rabies, you don't sit there and pet the little dog on the head and go, "Oh, little dog, I shall pet you and I shall be nice to you because it's not your fault you got bit by a skunk." No. I will sit there and I will use the best method to put that dog out of its misery because he got bit by a rabid skunk. Well, if you got somebody that's murdering little schoolgirls, they're rabid people.
Yeah.
And I want to put them out. I want to get rid of them the quickest way, the simplest way, so they don't rape and murder other little girls. I don't understand what the problem is.
In Canada,
it's a rabid human being.
In Canada's penal system, those ones that go out and rape, and especially of little kids, are the lowest of the low. They'll go in with a bumhole and come out with a manhole.
Yeah.
I think that's good. That's the way they should be treated.
Yeah. There was that guy in Winnipeg who they were on a Greyhound bus, and he was sitting beside this kid who was listening to his iPod, and the guy beheaded him and started eating his flesh. And they made him. They took him to court for murder, and he got off on being crazy.
Yep, I don't think that should be allowed.
He's starting to get unsupervised leaves from the hospital now.
That's wrong.
Completely wrong. But the thing that I have a problem with is that society doesn't go in and take care of these things for some reason.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, give me I'll take care of it if you keep me from going to jail.
Yeah.
Well, Ron, you probably heard about what happened in New Brunswick there 2 weeks ago with that.
Yeah, with the RCMP officer?
Yeah, I'm surprised that they actually captured him alive, and I think the cops showed good resolve there in not popping him off in some ways, although I think if I was one of the officers, I would have popped him off.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
You know, the thing is, I'm not a conservative as like I think everything should be, done terrible. I don't care about. We were talking about before about depending on what you're doing. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do in your own house, as long as you're not harming somebody else. It ain't my problem. I'm not. If you want to smoke pot, if you want to shoot up damn God damn it, can't get away. If you want to shoot up oven cleaner, I could care less. That's up to you. I'm not gonna save your ass. I just leaves one less idiot in the world. There's enough as there is.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day about there was 55,000 casualties in Vietnam. If you figure every one of those guys lived 40 years, or they lost 40 years of life, let's say on average or something, that's over 2 million years.
Holy smokes.
I mean, I just multiplied 55,000 times 40. I don't know what the average, how many years was lost, but it comes out 2,200,000. And how many, how many great works of art could have been accomplished in over 2 million years, and science and everything else possibly. So I don't worry too much about some thug that's done murdered little girls. There's too many other people that died that should live, or maybe the little girl.
That's true.
There's. I mean, if you stop thinking about it, all these mass murderers, what were these? What is the law? That's like when I see some guy that dies in war, like America in Afghanistan, and it's a sergeant first class. It's got 17 years in. You guys got no idea, unless you've been in the military, how much training, how much schooling, how much time it took to beyond the human loss, the knowledge, the years of training. It's not some dumb guy out there with a gun going bang bang.
No, that was an investment of life, like a career.
Well, look, I can tell you how many hours it took me training as a tanker for a gunner. I'm talking about hundreds of hours of training. Just an infantry guy, how to maneuver, how to do his job. It's thousands of hours of intense training and intense dedication that's just gone. So you're losing. It isn't just a life that's lost. It's the knowledge. It's the all the investment that the nation has put into, like a soldier. Or when you hear about that in South Korea, where that ferry turner is over 300 dead.
Yeah.
What? That's a lot of people, a lot of knowledge, a lot of 300 people. How much? If they were all high school students and stuff, how much time was spent? And that might be a terrible thing to think about in a way, but it's a loss of effort by the we put into these people, and I say we as a world,
Yeah, yeah. In that darn boat, is typical, because the reason it sank was because the company ordered renovations on it that were over and above what the boat was capable of.
The problem is
it came up. it came right after that. They went against the advice of the company and just went for it anyways.
A lot of times, things that happen go against advice of the people, the people that know, and it's pushed by bureaucrats or it's pushed by politics. And you can't get it fixed because the people that fix the stuff don't care, because the ones that want it fixed are at a lower level.
Yeah.
I'll give you a perfect example. Everybody hears of the M1 Abrams tank, right?
Yeah.
I'm last tank in the line. We're going through. I remember when we were going through. We were in Saudi Arabia getting ready for Desert Storm, and the last tank has to put the gun tube over the rear because the other tanks their gun tube is staggered to the front or to the left and right because you're in a column.
Yeah.
I am dead end Charlie. My gun tube's over the rear. I could not scan over the rear because the gun tube jumped. Why would that? Well, because the engine is so high, it has a safety thing that kicks the gun tube up. You cannot bring the gun tube down to the horizon. Now, hello, as a gunner, I can say it's pretty dumb that I can't shoot an enemy tank over my rear deck because my gun tube won't depress enough. Okay?
Yeah.
But does that get up to the higher that actually does the design? Evidently not.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go all about turbines and airflow and all this. I'm saying, well, design around it then, damn it. That's stupid. You know, after Desert Storm, they had these big shots come down and ask about things we could think and do better. I said, how about a higher power sight? The tank had a 10 power sight with 3,000 meters. You can't tell whether it's an American tank or a Russian tank. All you can do is tell it's a tank. How about 15 power like they have on a tow sight? Well, we can't do that, blah, blah, blah. You know, yeah, you asked me, you know. It's when we were in Iraq during the war, we removed all the lights from inside the tank. And the reason is somebody with some night vision devices can see illumination through the periscopes of the tank, right? So you remove all your indicator lights. You back them out so there's no lights at all. Okay. That works great, except in a pitch darkness, the gunner has no idea where the gun tube is in relation to the body of the tank. No idea. During daylight, we would know that, but what we knew were the all the hydraulics and stuff on the wall. You would glance at the wall and see where you were and know where you were in relation to the tank. But there's no way looking through the sights to know. There's no indicator. It wouldn't take it. The tank knew where everything was because the gun tube knows where the it's a computer. It knows where the gun tube is in relation to the hull. It knows the speed the tank's moving. It knows how the turret's moving. It knows the barometric pressure. I mean, it uses all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
All they needed was a little rectangle on the when you're looking through the sights, a rectangle with a little line that showed the gun. That's all it needed. That would have been simple to put up. All the data is already there. But
yeah.
Good luck getting somebody up higher than the actual user, you know, the gunner and the tank commander. These are generals and bureaucrats and and people making $500,000 a year, see, they don't care because it doesn't fit their whatever. That's the same thing I'm doing with the boats. It's not the engineer of the boat. It's not the captain. It's not the bosun. You know what I'm saying? It's not the guys, the end users that know how the stuff's supposed to work.
Yeah.
It's some bureaucrat hiring them that pushes that stuff off on them.
Well, Ed, I gotta put my son to bed in about, a couple minutes.
Give him a sleeping bag. Put him beside your table. That's what you need to.
So I'll probably see you Sunday.
Yeah, if I can figure out why my stupid stuff don't want to work, I guess I can. I can't find nobody to do a test run. My friend Gary, he says, "Oh, I might go buy a webcam. They have some on sale somewhere, you know." I'm like, okay. Cat, you're in the way. Move, thanks. But yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, hopefully he does get a camera. That'd be cool.
Well, it's cool. It's cool if you can actually get your stuff to work.
Yeah. No, for your computer, I have 2 pieces of advice. Get a portable hard drive for all your files, and then reformat.
Well, I need a new computer. I'm running Windows XP on this thing.
Holy smokes.
Well, I had it built 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. At the time, they had Windows, the new Windows. I didn't want the new Windows operating system.
Vista?
And part of that reason was I was running XP and I was running a Apache.
Okay.
Because I was running a virtual server where I could actually do my web stuff and actually do my PHP and send it back to myself.
Web server?
Well, you understand when you're doing PHP, it's actually a server-side software.
Yeah.
And it does all its magic stuff, and it sends back down to you whatever you requested, right?
Yeah.
So by setting up using Apache and setting it up my own computer as its own server talking to itself, then when I'm doing the PHP or whatever, it appears real time on my own system.
Yeah.
Well, Windows took a lot of that crap out and went to Windows Pro, you know, and you couldn't do anything unless you were Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured out how to use Windows XP using Apache, which is a free server software to do that.
Yeah.
And then I heard all the horror stories about Windows 8, you know, or Windows, what was it? Windows Vista at the time. You know, all this gee whiz stuff I don't want.
Oh, you know what? I've got Windows 8.1, and when I first started touching it, I was like, I was going to erase it and put Ubuntu on it because I just said, holy crap, I can't figure out where the start menu is, this and that and the other thing. 2 weeks later, I'm fine. I'm okay. I think everybody was like that when they first got Windows.
They're pushing it on you, saying this is what you have to do. And that's what really irritates me. It's like, you know, you do all this bullshit for tablets and all this. Well, I don't have a tablet, okay? Yeah. And I don't like being forced telling me, well, Ed, I guess you need to buy a new computer in order to run the new software.
Yeah, they did that wrong. Well, they're doing it right because they're trying to put Windows onto a mobile processor. However, you know, pushing people and changing the
But here's the deal.
user
I
interface.
don't want a mobile processor. I don't. If I had a laptop, the only time I've used my laptop was when I'm going somewhere. Other than that, I like my desktop. I like it. I don't want. I do not want a laptop. I don't like using the keyboard on a laptop. I don't like the little screen. I like my I like my desktop.
Yeah.
But you're going to tell, they're telling me that, oh, and in order to get to the modern age, you got to do this, you got to do that. And my response is, where's an alternate operating system?
Ubuntu.
Well, I actually loaded Unix on a computer years ago. The problem is, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he goes, "Oh, go Unix," or one of the thing with the penguin, that thing.
Linux, yeah.
Linux. And I'm like, I can't run SketchUp on Linux. Oh, well, you can run Blender. And I'm like, I don't want to run Blender.
No, I think you can run SketchUp now.
No, but it's like they're telling me, oh, but you can't run your software you use. You have to use another piece of software. And my response is no.
Well, I got to take off, guys.
See you later, Bill.
Yep, have a good night.
No, the beauty of Ubuntu and Linux, well, Ubuntu is the Windows alternative. It is the best known and most easy to use Linux system. And what it does is it has this a repository of software. And all you have to do is search for the software. It's all free.
No, I agree with you, and I understand. And I looked at that, at Ubuntu or all that kind of stuff. And it sounds great and all that, but they're telling me that in order to use it, I have to get rid of some of the software I want. Well, I'm saying I want an operating system. I don't care if it's by a Chinese rabid weasel. I just want to use my software that I'm familiar with. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't care about all this gee whiz stuff. It's like a word processor. I don't mind some basic word processing stuff, but I don't need the computer to do all this gee whiz stuff. I know how to type. I don't need it doing it for me. And I don't want it. All it does is add the overhead,
Yeah.
I mean, I could use a Windows 98 Word. I want, if I highlight a piece of text and hit Control V, I want it to show me spelling errors because I can't spell worth a damn. But if I want to indent a piece of text, I hit the Tab button. I don't. It's nice, yeah. If I want a book. Yes, baby. If I want to make a book with where it indents the what is it? I'm trying to think what's called between the pages. Whoa. That's fine. If I want to use that, I can bring that up. But most of the time, I want some very simple stuff. I don't need the computer doing all this stuff. I know how to do it. I'd write the damn software myself. I mean, I have.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I gotta go. I gotta put this kid to sleep, and I know it's not gonna be easy.
I know. Okay. I'm about to. All right, man.
Your lady's out spending all my money, so I've got to do it.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can figure out somehow to figure out what this problem is with this.
The mic.
Well, it could be just my connection,
Yeah. I imagine it's XP. You know, you could, do you run Malwarebytes on it? Or something like that?
The what?
Malwarebytes? It's like it's a software to check your computer for malware.
Oh, I've always been running though.
It could be something like that because XP has been. Well, actually, you haven't been able to update that thing for a month now.
Yeah, but
Put the pipe down, Ed.
there's workarounds for that and stuff. But now I've been running. That's not the problem. It's because it was work. What I'm saying, it's not. I mean,